So today I'm sharing with you some of our favourite, I say newborns up to 3, and beyond obviously, because a book can go for any age really, but these are ones that are, I would say, my first picks really. So if you're setting up your library, if you've got a baby registry and you're wanting to start with a few books, or you're wanting just to get some ideas, then I'll show you what we've got. My baby's right here, so you might hear him. He thinks the word baggy is very funny, so I'll show you. Baggy, baggy, baggy. Reese, baggy. I don't know what it is about the word baggy, but he thinks it's hilarious. Baggy. Baby toes. Anyway, we need to concentrate. But aren't baby toes just the cutest? Baggy. So starting out from obviously once they're first out, first newborn, then something like this with the different contrasting colours, the mirrors. This one has got little cards with it as well. Little cards too that can go with. These are always great. As are the little cloth books. See if I'm shaking it because he's joined me. The little cloth books. This is a Sea Ocean one with all the crinkle pages. He loves this one. And obviously there's these black and white contrast books as well that you can get. This is from Usborne. This one's animal themed. It's always good for newborns too. I really like these sensory books from Pretty. This is the See Touch Feel Tummy Time. There are several in this series. Bless you. This one is a pop out one. Bless you. And it's all textured as well. It has some mirrors, little flaps and things for them to look at. Definitely really like these ones, this Pretty book series. I love Janet and Alan Arberg. Their illustrations are just so cute. So this is the baby's big box of little books. It's got little tiny books in here. As you can see, super adorable. The illustrations are just beautiful. And so this one's got mornings, toys, baby, inside, pets, outside, games, family and nighttime. It comes in this little cute case as well, so I think this makes a great gift if you're wanting to gift somebody something. Then we've got the Peter Rabbit My First Little Library. This one's got colours, words, shapes and numbers in. Again, this one, beautiful illustrations. Obviously it's Beatrix Potter. It's got the colours on. So those are all the new ones that I got for Reese specifically. These are all old ones that I had with my daughter, so these are all 13 years old, but most of them are classics. I'm sure they're still available, but I'll show you what we have. So Goodnight Moon, such a classic story. It's funny because every time I think of this now, I think of Outlander, the series. If you know what I'm talking about, you'll know if you've seen it. But yeah, we love this story. Classic. You can't go wrong with a Spot book. Spot books, they've been around since I was a child. So, 30 years or so. Definitely love these Spot books. This is Eric Hill, Lift the Flap book, as you can see. So fun. They have so many in the series as well. I'm really excited when he gets to the flap stage of lifting the flaps himself. Another classic, this is well loved. We've had this one from when my daughter was just newborn. So this is Each Peach Pear Plum by Janet and Alan Arberg. It's a rhyming story. Again, illustrations are beautiful. I love anything by them that they make. I don't think there's a book that they've made that I haven't loved. It's beautiful, it really is. This is a Pretty Books one. I actually got this when we were in the US. When I was pregnant with my daughter. So this is a Slide and Find. Here's my baby. And there's the baby. So it's pretty much like that the whole way through. Different themes, colours, so on. Who's my baby? What's my name? I love the Pretty Books. She was obsessed with the word books when she was about, I'd say about 2, 3, and she'd keep bringing them to me so I could tell her all the different words and what they were and everything else. So this one is related to colours, all lifelike illustrations, pictures. Great for teaching early skills. So they've got numbers, sizes and shapes, and this one obviously is colours. I don't think you can go wrong with the Julia Donaldson book. This is Fox's Socks. This is a Lift the Flap one. This was a classic that she absolutely loved. Ooh, are you telling us what you think of the story? Do you like it? Yes, it Fox's socks. Pop up, just beautiful. He's playing with his little dinosaur. The next one is Peepo by Janet and Alan Alberg. Again, this is another classic. Again, rhyming. So you have a little tale on one side, then the repetitive words of the Peepo with a little look hole through to see the next bit. Dear Zoo by Rod Campbell. Again, another classic. This is the touch and feel version. Again, it's the repetitive text. But this one has the element of the touch and feel too, which makes it even more enjoyable for them. Again, something from my childhood, the Meg, Mog and Owl series. I have to showcase it because it is one of my favourite series from when I was a child. We love this. There's so many in the actual series. This is from Puffin Books. Really fun and interactive in terms of the storyline. It's not touch and feel or anything like that, but it's because of the limited amount of text, and I guess it kind of reminds me of comic books in a way, with the speech bubbles and things. It just always grabbed my attention and I loved it, so I definitely recommend this series. I really like the Richard Scarry books as well. We've got several of his. This one is The Great Big Schoolhouse. It's an educational one, so we've got all different kinds of things in here for the early learning. So we've got getting ready for school, down to letters, colours, shapes, numbers, days of the week. So much in here. His books are always amazingly illustrated as well. We have several alphabet books, but I really liked this one when I was teaching my daughter. So you've got the uppercase, lowercase, and then a flap for the actual letter. And she really enjoyed this. It obviously shows you the tracing lines. I think this is well done. That's Not My series, from Osborne. There's so many different titles in this series now. We love them all. We love Touch and Feel as well. So fun. He loves these ones now when I read them to him. We love these Flip Flap book series. They're from Nosy Crow. This is the pets. There's so many different ones in this series where it tells you the information, and then obviously the mix and match. You can make them crazy, or they can be the correct ones. We've got several in this series, and my daughter loved them. She still would enjoy looking at these now at 13, but I definitely think they're something that will grow with your child. One of my favourite series for preschool. This is the Slinky Minlinky and Harry McClary series by Linley Dodd. Again, rhyming scheme throughout, but his illustrations and his characters, if I could have ever written a children's book like this. He is so talented. I'm not sure if it's a man or a woman because it's kind of an unusual name, but whoever they are, amazing. I absolutely love this series so much. The 5 Minutes Piece series, there are several in this series. My daughter absolutely loves these. This is from Jill Murphy. Again, illustrations are beautiful, lovely stories throughout, classic, very classical looking, I think. Another author I really like, this is Emily Gravett. This is The Odd Egg. It's very simple in terms of the story, but it's just so well done. Again, the illustrations are beautiful. I love the little flap element to it. Just fantastic. Really appreciate her books. Rosie's Walk by Pat Hutchins. I think it's fantastic to have a wordless book in your collection. Now this does have some text, but it's very the amount is very small, and there's some pages without it at all. I think it's always really useful, especially when you're trying to create a imagination for your children, or to get them to use their imagination, I should say, so they can come up with what happened, what text are they using, what's happening in the story, so they can tell it themselves. I love wordless books for that purpose, for storytelling purpose. But this is fantastic. Again, really beautiful illustrations. You've always got to have a book that makes you laugh, and for us, the Tickle book, we love this one. It is Lift the Flap, interactive, all about the Tickle monster. It's a great story to read before bed. Light-hearted. I love the illustrations as well. Definitely recommend that one. Again, this is one of my daughter's favourites, the baby catalogue. This is the big version. She would sit here for ages just going through the pages and then asking me to tell her what the babies were doing, what all the different characters were doing, make up my own little stories with them, tell her what all the different items were when she was really young, especially like the food and stuff, like, oh, what's all these food things, and I'd go through, especially because some of them are quite old designs, so I'd tell her what they all were. But she absolutely loved this, and I love how it's represented well as well. She's breastfeeding, she's obviously bottle feeding, they're eating, they're being fed. I just think it's a fantastic book. Really, really love this one. And it's funny as well. She used to crack up about the baby falling in the toilet. And then another pretty book. This is Playtown even, a Lift the Flap book. Again, it just tells you all about what goes on in a town. So going to the shops, all the different types of shops you can have. After work, at the airports if you're travelling. And they last so well. This is obviously a board book, but we've had this for years. And it's still going strong now. So those are, I could have picked more, but those are my top. I'd say 0 to 3. But obviously you can stretch that beyond. Yeah, anything else? Would you like to make any recommendations, sir? What would you like to say? Would you like to tell them to go and buy some books? Yeah? Some good books. Speak to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye now.